In Lesson 04, Examples 5, 6, and 7, you will be learning about adding and subtracting decimals. The most important thing you need to remember when adding and subtracting decimals is that you must line up the decimal point first. So in the example 12.6, or 12 and 6 tenths, minus 5 and 45 thousandths, you're going to stack up the two numbers, and you're going to do so where the decimal points are lined up. And then you might want to go ahead and put some zeros to hold the place. And then you'll start over on the right hand side, and we would want to go ahead and subtract 0 minus 5. But since we can't do that, we'd go next door to see if we could take some from there. Since there's nothing there, we have to go all the way down to the 6, take one of those away and make it a 5, which would make this a 10. Now that we have that there, we can take one from there, make it a 9, and make this a 10. Now we can go ahead and start our subtracting. 10 take away 5 is 5. 9 take away 4 is 5. 5 take away 0 is 5. The decimal point will go straight down. Now 2 minus 5, that doesn't work, so we're going to go to the 1, take 1 away from there and make it 0, and move that 10 over here. Add it to the 2 that's already there to make it 12. 12 take away 5 is 7. All right, for our next example, we throw in some negatives. Since they're both negative, they're the same sign, so you're going to add and keep the sign the same. So I'm going to go ahead right now and add these two numbers together. I'm going to stack them up, lining up the decimal. So 13.12 plus 8.6, or 13 and 12 hundredths plus 8 and 6 tenths. Again, since they're the same sign, we're going to add and keep the sign. 2 plus 0 is 2. 6 plus 1 is 7. Decimal point straight down. 8 plus 3 is 11. And 1 plus 1 is 2. And since it was a negative plus a negative, the answer is going to be negative. Negative 21 and 72 hundredths. Our second example is a subtraction problem, but it's subtraction with negatives, so we are going to change it to adding the opposite, or chop, chop. Now, once we do that, one is negative, one is positive. When they're different signs, you're not going to add the numbers, you're going to subtract them or find the difference. We're going to want to subtract this one here minus this one. If you ignore the signs, we want to take the bigger number minus the smaller number. Again, line up that decimal point. Put in a 0 to hold the place. If you want to go ahead and start your subtracting on the right, 0 take away 5. We can't do that, so we're going to go next door to the 5 and make it a 4. And move 10 over with the 0 to make it 10. 10 take away 5 is 5. 4 take away 2 is 2. 2 take away 2 is 0. I almost forgot to put that decimal straight down. And then 4 take away 3 is 1. And since they're different signs, I subtract and take the sign of the number that has the greatest absolute value, or the one furthest from 0, which is right here, and it's positive. So my answer is positive 10 and 25 hundredths.